What is going on, everybody? So today I'm going to show you how to build something that is pretty neat, and I thought more people could use something like this. And it's a flagpole that you can install or add as a temporary flagpole onto any smooth surface. For example, a camper, like a travel trailer, an RV. If you have a regular trailer, um, that's an enclosed trailer, for example, or really anything with a smooth surface. And I'm going to show you how to do this, and it's going to be less than $20, and that's all the parts included, and it's going to be mobile with suction cups that you can pretty easily put on and take off. And I like to go to different areas that I like to show my pride with my American flag. And what better way than to put it on my camper and display it, and then when I'm all done, take it down with no holes drilled, and it's really simple to do. So, without further ado, I'll get started. If you like this video, please subscribe, give the thumbs up, and I appreciate it. Let me show you the suction cup that we're going to be using. This is what it looks like, and this is going to be basically what's going to hold the flagpole together. This is rated at 125 pounds, and as you can see, it's got the handles, it's got the locking mechanisms here, and I would say it's probably about almost a foot long and maybe about 4 inches wide. And this came from Harbor Freight. This was less than $11, and this is who it's made by. Uh, the part number from Harbor Freight is 57501, and I think it's called Laguna. This is it right here. And the other thing we're going to be working with is the mount for the flagpole right here. Uh, the reason I went with this style is it has 2 slots right here, and these 2 slots can be used with just about anything to strap it onto the mount, because this is ultimately what we're doing. It's something pretty simple, and this is also adjustable. You've got the bolt on the side here. You can loosen it up and adjust this however you want. This accommodates up to 1 inch diameter flagpole. This came from Menards. I believe it was around $7. And the clamps, you can get some regular clamps, like 2-inch clamps right here, uh, possibly even smaller. This is just what I had laying around. And you can use these two to go through the 2 slots here. You would obviously need 2 of these, one for each side, and mount it that way. Or if you have some heavy duty zip tie like I do, you can just add the zip ties through your mount, and it would just go straight through. You would add 2 of these, like I just did right here. Take your mount, and you can see how we would put the zip ties right around it. And these are heavy duties. These zip ties also came from Menards. You can buy them from Lowe's as well. And yeah, these are really heavy duty. I don't know the exact size. I've had these laying around for quite a while. The flagpole came from Menards, and this is what it looks like. The flagpole. It's a kit. It's a 2 foot by 3 foot kit. When they say 2 by 3, they were referring to the size of the flag itself. And I believe the flagpole kit was between $10 and $11. And this is the information from Menards that came with it. And the backside is the SKU number. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm sure you can order this from Menards website. I think it's menards.com. And you can get this kit. Now, with this kit, it already comes with a mount. And I'm not going to use that mount. The reason I'm not going to use that mount is it's more or less this style that you anchor to a wall, and it only has this small little area with 3 holes for screws to be attached to basically a permanent structure, where the mount I bought, which is optional, has the slots inside of it right here, where you could put a zip tie to secure it to the mount. And it makes it simple, clean. You can get it on there pretty tight. And if you try to mount this one, you could still do it, but I think you would just pretty much destroy if you ever wanted to reuse the handle here. And I'm trying not to destroy this handle, because if I need to use this suction to pick up something, it allows me to not destroy it and still be comfortable on my hand. So all this stuff right here, an exception to the mount because this is optional, uh, was under $20, which is a flagpole kit and the mount here. That's going to be because I had laying around the zip ties and these little guys, had them laying around. So if you didn't and you wanted to buy the mount and or the zip ties, you'd probably have about $27 into it, because this mount was around $6 to $7, and this is where one of the big expenses come in. So if you have some of the stuff laying around, I think most people do in their garage, um, you can get this done under $20. So without further ado, I'm going to start assembling this and showing what it looks like. I'm going to add my second zip tie. Now those hose clamps are going to probably work a little bit better, I'll be honest, because you can probably secure them much tighter, um, because you can use a regular screwdriver or a socket on it to get them where they're really snug. Even though I'm using these zip ties, I want to say these zip ties are rated for around 50 pounds, which will get them super tight. Um, the hose clamps or clamps will get it even tighter. Okay, as you can see now, it's already on there, and it's moving just a little because I haven't snugged them up. Obviously, you want to use some pliers with it. So I'm going to go ahead and snug them up a little bit more. Okay. So now they're pretty tight on there. I mean, it's pretty tight. One thing I want to add is, if you want to get this even tighter, what you could do is just get a piece of either metal or aluminum, and or even piece of wood, and create yourself a little bracket that goes across from one side that meets up with this white portion of the flagpole mount to this portion, and screw it. You see how you have the four holes here? Two at the top, two at the bottom. So if you put across here either a metal or piece of wood and put a bolt, you can really snug this up to where it's super tight. Using the zip ties, I can get it pretty tight where I don't really feel that I need that. Uh, but if I do, again, I can uh, change it, replace it. I have the option to use the hose clamps that can get really nice and snug, or I can put the wood or the metal on there. So now let's get the flagpole put together and see how this looks. I'm going to remove what's inside of here. The flagpole has the hardware for it. So I'm going to remove this and then put the flagpole inside of it and show you what it looks like. The flagpole kit comes with two pieces of metal, and all you're going to do is insert one into the other. Okay. So now the length is much more. I'd say it's about 3.5 foot pull, and it also comes in the kit with these little plastic, I want to say flag hole holders, garment, whatever the appropriate name would be. So it comes with two of them. I'm gonna slide them on. So I have both of them on here and just slide them to the appropriate length. It also comes with this little flag, this little eagle holder protector. And it's kind of neat, this little decorative eagle. I'm just going to put it on there and push snugly. It's a nice little tight fit. Now, if it's high wind, will it stay on there? It might, because it's pretty snug. And I'm going to go ahead and put the flag together. The flag that comes in the kit is actually a pretty cheap flag, but even though it seems cheap, I'm very, very happy to say that this flag says here, made in the USA. I'm very grateful to see that, because all American flags, in my opinion, should be made in the US. It should be made in the USA. And sometimes it's quite offensive when you see flags made in different countries that doesn't like the United States. And I'm proud to see that this is made in the USA by American workers. And this is what it looks like. I wish it was made a little bit better, like embroidered a little bit more. So this is 2 feet by 3 feet, and it will still do. I don't know long term how well it's going to last. Just remember when you handle the American flag, you have respect for it. Don't let it touch the ground. If you put it up in some place overnight, make sure it's lit up or take it down. So I'm gonna put this on the flagpole now. So all I'm gonna do is unscrew the plastic screw here, put it through the garment, and insert it into the flagpole, and screw it in there. Okay. And I'm going to repeat it on the bottom portion. So I'm just going to screw it into the bottom, and as I'm screwing it in, this plastic screw is actually going through the this plastic garment, and it's actually making contact with the metal. So it's actually holding it in place, which is nice, which means it won't slide up and down the flagpole. Okay. Now, the flag is on the pole. It's nice and snug. And I'm going to get my mount, the one we just made. I'm going to loosen up the screw that holds the flagpole in. Going to install it. And then I'm going to, so once I'm done screwing it in, it's on there pretty good. And it's actually better than I thought. It's actually decent. Um, so this is, you can show your patriotism by flying this, especially when I go to different campsites and I want to display the American pride, um, patriotism, um, and I can put this on my camper. I have a toy hauler, so this is going to go on my toy hauler, and it's pretty nice. I'll show you. Let's see if I can find a spot for it where I can put it on something and show it to you.